Hi Capricorn, this is your December 2025 reading. I'm Mystic of Venice and welcome to my channel. So I'm sitting here and I'm watching the sunrise and I woke up pretty early and I wanted to this reading because I, like you, like to overperform and work very hard on the things that I do. Um, and as I was sitting here this morning drinking my coffee, not only did I watch a little like documentary video about bees, like repurposing the land in Nevada. I was thinking about bees and the work that they do, but also last night on this corner over here, a big pile of I don't know if somebody moved or was decluttering. I think somebody moved because, like, basically the contents of somebody's entire home took up this whole corner. And I saw it last night and I thought to myself, oh, that's going to make a lot of noise in the middle of the night as people sift through it. But I woke up this morning and there was just one woman there, and she's a homeless woman and she is still there. Um, and I've seen her around this area, and she basically sifts through junk that people leave behind, and she sells it, right? And I think she gives away a lot of it. But she finds, like, when people are, I've seen her when I got rid of some stuff. I saw her take my table, and she took it to a lady across the street that has a booth on the beach, and she sold her the table, and the lady tested it out and made sure it was good, and then she handed her a bill. I don't know if it was $10 or $20, and so I've seen that was like 2 years ago, and I see her around all the time. But she's been here for like 2 hours, and she's been sorting through this pile of leftover belongings of somebody. And, like, she doesn't even have a phone that I know of. I haven't seen her touch a phone, but she's been sifting through it, but she's been organizing it, and she's making piles. And then as other homeless people ride their bicycles by, she's like calling out the bat signal, like, you know, I've got this, and then that person leaves on the bike, and then three more people come on bikes, and they pick up the things that she was just showing them. Like, maybe it is even like she's like, oh, Bob would like this, and Mary would like this, or whatever it is. But the people come by and they pick up the stuff, and then she continues to sort and organize, and she's got like a pile that's like a trash pile and a pile that's a good pile. Now, this woman, I mean, I've lived here 3 years. She's been homeless the whole time, and I feel like she's probably been homeless longer, but she, like, has created a job for herself, and that's how she makes her living. And not only is she helping herself, but she's helping the people around her, and also doing a service to the community, because otherwise there'd be a big pile of junk there, and probably the person who left it there didn't even call, large storage pickup or anything. It's not in a place that a trash truck comes. So anyways, just interesting, because I was just thinking about how, like, she is serving her community, and she is like part of the community of worker bees, and they all work together. They have the hive mind, and they get things done. And that's exactly what she's doing here in her own way. And so I kind of feel like it's a reminder to us that we all have our place in the world where we do good, where we do our best work, like where we shine. And she's clearly shining. She's got a job. And it wasn't just three people. I mean, there's been bicycles all morning long. This has been 2 hours, and they're coming and they're collecting the things that she's organizing. So it's just very interesting to me. We'll see how this turns up in your reading, but I thought it was worth mentioning, because it's kind of special. Like, she has no job, she has no home, but she's making herself useful, and she seems happy. I see her around all the time. She's always smiling, saying hello. A nice woman, with mental illness and so on. But and it's also interesting too, because I live in this place, Venice Beach, which is known for its juxtaposition of the very, very elite and wealthy, right alongside, the homeless of Venice Beach, and the crazies, and the mentally ill, and the drug addicts, and the artists, and the liberals. And it's really interesting how everybody finds their place, right? So let's start by clearing the energy. Angels, ancestors, spirit guides, please be here now to give Capricorn divine messages for their highest good for December of 2025. We welcome you here and thank you for your presence. Please protect this space from all and any negative energies. Thank you. So let's go ahead. Let's start with a water oracle card and pull any themes that might be coming up for you. But I feel like this is the theme: finding your place in the world, finding the place where you do your best work, where you're most appreciated, where your work is meaningful to the people around you. Plunge. Take the plunge. Capricorn, don't hold back. It's time. Go for it. Dive in. Now, I've pulled this one a couple of times this week in the daily readings. Now, you guys don't see all the daily readings because I might pull like 10 cards and then like decide which card and video is the best. But this card has been coming out a lot. Take the plunge. It's time to dive in. Like if you've been digging your feet in, digging your heels in for a while, or like not sure about this new thing you want to do, or have been holding back on something, this is your sign that, like, you know, it is time to go in that direction and see where it heads for you. And I'm getting here this message too, as a beach girl. Like, you know how, like, when you go into the ocean and everybody's like, oh, it's so cold, but, and then there's always that one person that's like, oh, you just have to get your head wet, you know, and then the water's warm, it's fine, right? So I'm getting this message for you, like, just get your head wet, you know, like, dunk under and see, you know, then it won't be so scary once you make the first move. Atlantis, keep your vision big. Stay in alignment as you grow. So yeah, I feel like this plunge that you're taking is a really, like, important for you. This is like a big vision that, like, maybe you've been thinking about sometime, like your purpose in life as the bee lady here. But you've been worried, like, is this the right thing to do? It, like, might upend your whole world. Like, it might really change things significantly for your life. And it's hard to go in a direction and, like, be confident because you're not sure, you know, it's unknown. You're not sure if it's going to work, right? But, like, you also don't know if it's going to work until you try. And so sometimes it's worth, you know, the uncomfortable factor in order to gain new things. And yes, it's a gamble, but, like, this is your sign. This is a safe gamble. Like, you know, the place where you've been standing, or the place that you're, like, in stasis right now, it's not stable anymore. It's changing, and it's not as safe as it may appear to you to stay in the place that you are, whether that's in work, relationship, soul growth, physically, like a location, you know. And let's see here. The water carrier. What really matters? Reflect. Reprioritize. This one's really interesting. You know, like, it has a dual image here, as if the person is, like, looking at their reflection. And, you know, you may want to go spend some time in reflection, or go to a place where there's water. And even if you don't live near, like, the ocean like I do, or a lake or a river, you can do water scrying. And, you know, you light a candle and put it in a dim room, and it's sort of like looking into a crystal ball or something like that, but you do the bowl of water and you stare into it. And it's not that, like, you're going to, like, a vision's going to appear like you're in a, you know, Disney movie or Harry Potter, but it does help to kind of, like, get you into, like, a trance state, like a flow state, a meditative state, where you can truly, like, listen to your inner voice, your inner guide, without all the noise. And, like, these days more than ever, the noise is, you know, like, all around us. You know, we're constantly, chronically online, and so it's very hard to, like, hear our own thoughts, right? We can even barely even have time to sit down and read a book these days, never mind to sit for 30 minutes in quiet. So this says to me that this is something that you should do so that you can trust in your decisions and that you are making sound decisions, and also just to like know what it is that you really want and not like what you think you should do, what society thinks you should do, what the people around you think you should do, but what like actually makes you feel comfortable in doing, taking this next step into the direction that you want to go in. And the worst thing that can happen is you can, fail at that thing, but failure is never failure. You learn so many lessons on your path, and that takes you to like your next goal. So it's never a failed attempt. It's always, like it's a success, just that you like, if it's you're starting a business or you're starting a relationship or starting a move, like just the fact that you did it is already so much gained. And with all the lessons that you're going to learn, it's just going to make your life a better, make you a more interesting and have more depth as a person. And so ultimately, these things that we do, these directions that we take, they're leading us on our life's path, on our life's journey. And you can't stay in stasis, otherwise you get the tower moment and you get like pushed into a new direction. It may not always be the direction you want. Like you have little choice if you wait until it happens to you. But if you decide to take the next step, the universe will align the path for you, and you'll start to see like new options and new synchronicities. And it's really a gift. Okay, I digress. So let's get into tarot and see what is happening for you in this December. I am shooting this on the day of the full moon. I thought it was full last night, but last night was the night you could see the Seven Sisters, the star cluster. It should still be there tonight, but I believe last night is when it appeared. And so I was talking about it yesterday as well. But the full moon is actually tonight. What's going on? What are the divine messages for Capricorn? What does Capricorn need to know most this month? What does Capricorn most need to know for their highest good? Oh, that's a lot. Whoa. Okay, so you have the Page of Wands reversed. So it's like you're holding back on a passion. Like there is an area that you want to grow in. And you're just starting to get like the inkling, the itch of like, oh, I've got this new creative inspiration. It's like in the baby phase. If it was a knight, that's taking action, and it's talking about like developing an idea. And this is the perfect time to be developing an idea, to because during this phase of the year when there's less sun in the sky, we have more nighttime to be spending at home. Traditionally, without electricity and everything, we would be at home more with our family, time in contemplation, like making things, crafts, which puts you into like a meditative state, which really like allow you to really like think about your life and everything going on, and also to like receive divine messages and inspiration. So like this is telling you to take some time out to like be able to receive these messages of inspiration, and it seems that you do. Well, I'll pull some clarifying cards on that. It seems that you do, because you have the Fool as your next card. So like this inspiration that you receive is the catalyst of putting you on the first step of your next journey, the first step of like, like you've got this idea and you're going to start, maybe putting out the feelers, putting out the resumes, doing the research, doing the planning. And the Fool, although the Fool does have to have faith, they also should do the research and look before they leap, because, obviously you see like this guy, he's not even, he's just jumping off a cliff, right? And his dog is following him. But like, this is talking about looking before you leap, but also taking that step with the sun shining behind the cloud, peeking from, it's like almost like the sun is rising from behind the cloud. It's saying that, like, the sun represents success, joy, and happiness, and these are the things that you like have to look forward to if you start on this journey. And as I say that, the sun is rising and it's starting to shine on my forehead. Ugh, you cannot make these things up. I want to find out a little bit more about this Page of Wands and this spark of creativity, this new inspiration. You know, it could be deciding to have a family. It could be deciding to build a garden, or to turn an idea into a business, or to leave a business behind. But let's see what the cards say. I'm gonna go with the vintage. No cards left behind. I have them all stacked together there. Okay. So, what is this Page of Wands? What do we need to know about this Page of Wands here? You know, it's something that's very passionate because it's fire. Wands represent fire. Ah, justice. So, it's about the scales of justice balancing. You may have a second chance at something, or it could be just like, maybe you've been, you could be working really hard and not being like paid enough, and so it's not equal balance. Like you're exerting more effort than you're receiving income, or like if it's a relationship, you're putting more into it than you're receiving back. Let's get a little more on this. Oh, the Hangman. Whoa. Okay, so you got the Hangman in reverse. So again, it's telling you need to you know, like, not sacrifice yourself, not to let other people sacrifice you, you know, to like drain you of your energy, but also like to spend time in contemplation so that you can really like see where you want to go. Like, you need time to be able to think clearly. Like, if you've been like overworking and working too much, this is a really busy time, and like helping a lot of people in your life. Like, you also need to do that for yourself. So be careful of becoming a martyr in the situation that you're in now. You know, be careful of becoming a martyr, and definitely take the time in contemplation. Yeah, like, you need to heal. This came in reverse. It's like you're ready to spend time in healing, and like you don't need to be pulled into these kinds of situations where like you're the one that's having to decide for everybody what's fair. You have the Page of Swords. So yeah, like, you're coming up with a new idea. This is all coming in line with this, with your oracle cards. So you're coming up with a new idea. You're receiving new information about something that's helping you with your healing. And I feel like these are like divine messages, listening to the synchronicities, or this could be, you know, like a young person coming to, maybe your child has like a perspective that you haven't thought of before, and so you're really considering what's right for them. Or it could be also a young person in your workplace that has like different viewpoints, wow, than you. And it's really just changing the way you feel. And so you are like ready to begin this healing journey. And because of this, this is going to bring you like ultimate happiness. Like, you know, this is going to bring you joy. You're going to have success in this healing, in this new like way of being, thinking. It could be just a shift in mindset, like, you know, socially, or with things going on in the news, and like you see it differently now. I can see that as well, because it's not giving me a whole lot on what this is about, But I do see what I was expecting, which is the Tower. You have the King of Pentacles in reverse. So, like, you know, you are always the King of Pentacles, Capricorn. Like, you know, you are strong and stable for the people around you. You are reliable. You are like a good earner, and you have like built your life as a way like to protect you. But when you get it reversed, it could be that like you need to be more playful. You know, you could be like hiding behind your work. I mean, I want to say it in a different way, but like masking that everything is fine because you're too busy working. And so you get the Tower in reverse. This could be coming up for you, or it could just have like passed, you know. Like you could be coming out of a Tower moment, but I feel like this is coming up for you with your birthday. Coming up after the solstice. Yeah. It could be something about, like, you see this tower, like, it has, like, this foundation is, like, not solid. It's, like, built on unstable ground, and that is the reason why the tower falls over or cracks in this fire, is because it wasn't built on anything that's lasting. You know, like, it could be that you're going in this direction, you know, this work or something, because you just thought it was the way it should be. This is the way it goes. This is the way, you know, this is what I've learned. You know, you go to school, you go to college, you get a degree, you get the job, and then you house and the family, and you just always thought it's supposed to be this way. Or maybe it's like you got the job, but now you work so much you don't have the family and the kids. A lot of different messages coming out here, but I see that there's a big change in the way that you think, and this is going to bring you happiness. So you have the Fool here. Any other messages here? Let me pull some of these. What is this Tower moment in regards to? What is this Hangman? Get a little closer. Don't be shy. Huh. Maybe it is that you have not been reaching out to a certain someone. You want to build a family. Past person. Connection from the past. You know, maybe there's a past person. You're an inspiration. I feel like there's a past person that you thought like you had passed that point to reach out to this person, but you still think about them. Maybe you look at their posts. Oh my god, a Virgo. Is it a Virgo? Could be. Could be. Do you have any other cards here? The Justice, is it a Libra, I believe? Where is it? No. Yeah, Justice is Libra. Could be that. So yeah, I kind of feel like you're breaking out of this mold. Like maybe this is a person like you thought you couldn't be with because it like defies convention. Capricorn is very conventional. And like this person maybe has changed. You know, this could be the person. Maybe you see them doing something online that's like really unique. And it's healing you. And like you're not who you thought you were, or what you've always thought you were. Like you're more than that. You're made for more than that. And you've been feeling stuck doing things in the conventional way. Here, it's not working any longer, and that's why you're receiving this Tower moment. But just know that this Tower moment is here for a reason. It's not to punish you, you know. It's here to make things better, to shake things up, so that you can get into a place where you're happier. Like it's been a long time for you, for whoever I'm talking to. Now, just know that these messages are this is a collective, and so like if it doesn't resonate, here I'm gonna. It's interesting, the sun and the happiness, but I can't do that anymore. Okay, so it was kind of putting me in trance a little bit, but okay, so maybe I need a little bit. So where was I? So yeah, so it's bringing you an ultimate happiness. So what's the Fool? Now, what do we have on the Fool here? You're reassessing the amount of input you put in for the amount of output you put in. Whether this is a relationship or work or a lifestyle, you're like taking a look back at your life right now, and you're like, what do I have to show for it? You know, I've been doing this a long time. Look at the way he's standing. He's like, I've been doing this so long, and I only have 7 fruits. You know, or like it's just not like making me happy like the dream that society had sold me. You know, they said that if I did A, B, C, and D, I would be happy, and I'm not happy. Just working all the time, and it's bringing you a lot of anxiety and stress because like you're unsure of what to do, where to go. You know, you're like stuck in this contemplation and haven't been making the moves. But like you're about to. That's why you're getting this Fool. Like you're getting unstuck. This Tower is unstucking you. Don't know exactly what this Tower moment is, but something is coming to a head. And you know, if you know what this is, definitely drop it in the comments. I'd love to hear what's going on with you. And these Tower moments can be big and small, but they're usually very unexpected and surprising. You know, it's something that you haven't been thinking of. Ace of Swords upside down. Yeah, you're just like having trouble getting the clarity to make this move. Like, let's see. What is this Tower moment about? What are we seeing for Capricorn in this Tower? And why is it reversed, the Tower reversed? Tell me, what can you tell me for Capricorn? Oh, the Mask. Yeah, it's a lot like what I was thinking is about, you know, like you have like the person that you present to society, to your job, to your work, to your friends, you know, but sometimes you wonder, is that you at all? Is that you at all? Sometimes you think like, who am I without all of these things, you know? But it's not just dark and bleak. Like this dark place is the unknown, and by taking the plunge is the only way you can like find out what you're really made of, what's inside of you. You know, we all wear masks in this society, and if you are like neurodivergent and in the process of unmasking, and maybe that's why everything you've known, it doesn't satisfy you anymore because you're realizing that like that's not who you are, and like, but you don't know who you are because you've been wearing the mask so long, and like now you really want to try and find out because life is short and sweet, and like, you know, or not sweet depending, but like you want to, you know, it's dual. You can punish yourself, you know, make yourself do things constantly that you don't want to do for your whole life because you think at some point you're going to get to this destination and finally be able to enjoy it. But that's not always how life works, and we don't have guarantees and promises and things like that. So find out what's underneath the mask. You know, what if you are truly yourself? Like, what if you say the things that you normally keep to yourself? Like, that could change everything. Like, by being yourself, you're finding the people that you really connect with, and not people that are also wearing a mask. It's big. This is like a really heavy energy. Yeah. All right, so what about this Fool? Where are we going? Where is Capricorn going here? What else on the Fool? Yes, it's learning to have strength and patience, to know when to be strong, to know when to, like, unleash the beast, or like hold back the fire within. It's learning how to control the fire within, but not like in a heavy way, like not like the mask. You've got to stop. Actually, you have to stop trying to make yourself not roar. Like, I feel like you've been keeping the peace, and like sometimes you have to say the thing so that the the process can unfold. If you're not being yourself to the people around you, it's all gonna start to feel fake after a while. Like, it takes two to tango. We're part of the process. King of Wands reverse. Yeah, it's like you are finding that you actually have more passion inside of you than you realized, and that, like, there's like a fun, vivacious person. Like, the King of Wands is fun. King of Wands is somebody that everybody wants to be around, and it's like you're withholding this part of you that is actually probably the best part of you. So I say stop holding back, be the Fool in your own life, and be honest, completely honest with yourself and others. And I'm not saying that you, like, aren't honest, but, like, be open about your communication, about your feelings, so that others can respond in truth and dignity as well. You're gonna have to organize. So you got the Hierophant and the Emperor, and the Emperor is the Aries card as well, but the Hierophant talks about a spiritual path, or somebody that becomes a teacher, or like working within a traditional setting to, like, enact change and bring in messages to the people. And then the Emperor is all about it's all about organizing, planning, being benevolent, providing for his people, but also, like, knowing when to be reserved. It's a balance to be a good Emperor. You can't just all be King of Pentacles here, the miser, right? You gotta also have this other half of you, which is this fun, playful person, right? These two are very opposites. They're earth and fire. And in order to be, have the whole life experience, you have to bring your whole self out and show it to the world. You might just be surprising people with this new version of yourself, and that could be what the Tower moment is. You're, like, finally, like, I am just, sick of fitting into the mold, and I'm going to be radically myself now on. But you're being met also with people that may not agree with this new version of yourself. But I also think this is you rising to meet the occasion after the Fool. You rise to meet the occasion to be who you truly are. The Hierophant is also, it's a Pope in the older decks. It's also spiritual. It's somebody that teaches, but also you could be the person learning. This could be a mentor that comes into your life, or two mentors. And so then you got the Empress upside down here. So it could actually be a marriage. For some of you, you're getting married. I know that sounds crazy, but the Hierophant is being the Pope. They always say this can be the marriage card, and he he is the officiant in the wedding, right? And now you have the Empress and the Emperor, and this is like a grand, glorious match. Capricorn, are you getting married? And if you're not getting married, this is like you finally like step up to the plate for yourself, and you join the two halves of yourself, and you're like totally balanced, and you're like ruling your empire. This could also be that this Tower moment, something happens here, with the job, or a way of making money with the King of Pentacles. The Tower happens, but you're happy about it, and you somehow change it around with the Fool in this new beginning of the path. And you come through with gold here. And after that, you have the Nine of Pentacles, which is somebody you had the Seven of Pentacles, which is the person that's reflecting on their labor. And now you have the Nine of Pentacles, and this is a person that bears the fruit. So it could be if this is your own business, maybe what you're doing wasn't exactly working, and then you had terrible sales in December, and then you decide to tweak a few things, and then that gives you exponential growth in your business. Okay, so tell me about this Emperor and Empress. Who is this couple? So you did it. Whatever you're doing in December and January is working. You turned your frown upside down. You took this problem and turned it into an asset. You're really overcoming this month. And I can't even believe I'm seeing this right now. Capricorn, tell me, what is going on with you? Are you joining forces with your person? The Empress is the most nurturing deck, the most luxurious, elegant card in the deck. This person is the only one that's sitting on a cushion throne. The rest of them are on these hardwood thrones, and she's usually pregnant because she's making babies for the empire, but she's milk and honey. Show me the money. Wow, it's gonna happen fast. You're getting okay. There are people here getting married, Capricorn. Congratulations for whoever this reading is. This is marriage. This is the 1111 card here. I'll pull that one in a minute. Whatever you're doing is leading you. If you're not getting married right now, this is leading you to meet the person of your dreams. I mean, if you're not getting married, then your child is getting married. Somebody's getting married, possibly a child. And you had the Ace of Wands was the other one, which is a brand new passion in life. It could be that your child is having a child, and it gives you this new passion, and then you step up to the plate. I mean, this is all freaking amazing. God, I hope you're feeling as good as me right now. And if it is your child that's having a child, and you're stepping up to the plate and providing this home, and it's all about that bee story about how everybody finds their place and finds the job that they're good at when they work in community. Jeez Louise. Let me see. Oh, and that past person, it could be that past person still that you had. You were an inspiration. What other blessings? I mean, well, tell me more about this marriage. That's too many. Tell me more about this marriage and this empire. I mean, it's clear as day. Somebody is getting married. It's going to be a celebration, and it's happening fast. Somebody might make be making this announcement to you, like your daughter or son, they're pregnant at Christmas time. But you've been needing something to care for. Time to tend your garden. Get ready, because the company is arriving. Company is arriving. This is amazing, Capricorn. I don't think I need to go any further. So many blessings to you. Have a wonderful December, and we'll see you back here for most of your birthday month. And December, Capricorns, happy birthday to you. And yeah, see you soon. All right, bye.